Okay, so I'm back. I've had a break. I'm actually back on a different day now. And I've realised that we've got one more row to do on the top. Not picots, but just to straighten this off so that we can do the border. So you are going to chain one, turn your work, and then you're going to do a single crochet in the top of this last double crochet that you made. And then you're going to do chain 3 and then a single crochet over into your chain 5 space. Chain 3, single crochet in your chain 5, chain 3, single crochet in your chain 5, chain 3, and a single crochet in your third chain up in this corner. And there we go. We now have a nice straight edge for doing our edging. Okay, so to start our border, we're going to do the first corner, which is chain 1, and then 3 single crochets in the side of this last single crochet made. We're not turning our work, we're doing this on the right side. Let's put some light on there. We've got some light on. There we go. I apologise for how the lighting is here. I've had to close my curtain because it's so sunny and bright. So we're going to do 3 single crochets in the chain space. 2, 3. And then a single crochet in the side of the next single crochet. So go into the side of it just as you used to go in the side for your picots. And then 3 single crochet in your chain space. And a single crochet into the side of the single crochet. And that is how you're going to finish this side. So don't count these 3 at the top, and you should have 32 single crochets going down. And I'll see you at the bottom. Okay, so there I am, 32 single crochets later plus my corner 3. So turn your work around to work along the bottom. I'm going to work over the tail of my slip knot there just to work that in. One less thing to sew at the end. Okay, so working along the bottom, we are going to do exactly the same. And we're going to do 3 single crochet in this first chain of the bottom row. So it might be a bit tight to get into there. Let's wiggle your hook into that, and then do 3 single crochets into there. So that's your corner there. And then as we did along the side, you're going to do 3 single crochets in your chain space. Oops. And 1 in your single crochet, or in the bottom of your single crochet, which is that's that single crochet picot. It's just your 1 in the bottom there. So work along, 3 in each space and 1 in the bottom of each single crochet all the way along, and you should have 32, not counting your corner stitches. You should have 32. See you at the end. And there we go, 32 stitches along the bottom plus this corner. So turn your work around to the side, and we're going to work up this short side. I'm going to do exactly the same of putting 3 single crochets into the side of this first single crochet to make our corner. And then up the side, we're going to do exactly the same of putting 1 single crochet in the side of the single crochet and 3 into each space. And when you've finished, you will have 17 single crochets, 17 plus your corner. Okay, so your last stitch will be a single crochet into the side of the single crochet here at the top. Okay, so I've just threaded my needle with the tail of my flower. Now there is no technically there's no right or wrong way to sew this on, but you do need to have sort of the flower in a certain way so that we can do our stitches into this for our border. The way we're going to do this is, this yarn is coming down between these two petals here, so that's ideal. What you want to do, okay, so you want to find the middle of this diagonal side. So here's the middle here, 1 2 3 4, so in the middle here, between these two. Okay, so you've got two picots down here, so you want to go in between these two picots here. Now I'm just going to pop my pin here so I know that this is where my middle is, just so that I can get an idea there. Okay, so what you're going to do is you want two petals to touch here, two petals to touch the edge there. Okay, so then we've got these petals and spaces in the right place here. So I'm just going to sew that under. I should turn it over and make sure your flower is facing the right way or the wrong way, and then just sew it between those loops on the back there, just to start it off so that your yarn isn't showing from the front. Okay, and it can seem a bit tricky, but I'm just going to fix that in the right place for a start. Oops, doesn't get tangled up there. There we go. I'll just fix that into place there already, and then I can go back up and through back loop of that petal. You can see what I'm doing there. I'm just going through the back loop of that petal, and then I'm just going to come back through and down, trying to keep it as neat as I can, but it won't show too much. And we don't want to flatten this petal along too far, just want the tip of it really. So then I'm going to come back along this way and work back for the other petal. Just go in the back loops there. And again, I'm making sure I go through the back of these stitches so that you can't see any yarn through the front. So just coming through, just go down here, show you what I'm doing. Okay. I know sewing isn't everyone's favourite thing to do, but occasionally it's a bit necessary. So like I said, don't flatten your petal too much, just go through only a couple of those stitches there. You don't want to have it sort of, you don't want to make a straight petal. That would ruin the shape a little bit. So just go through there. And it really doesn't need a lot to attach it. There we go. So this is what we've got here at the front now. Okay. So I'm just going to fasten that off and secure that thread just as you normally would when you're sewing. Just go through there and make that knot. And then I'm just going to weave this through a couple of times. Just weave it through my flower, just through those back loops as you normally would when you're fastening off and securing your ends. Just do whatever you normally would. Okay. Okay, so there's our flower attached, and now we need our leaves. Now the leaves are maybe slightly more tricky. Slightly. You're going to have one here. Now this point is going to come down here somewhere and wrap around near your flower, and then this sort of pointy bit of your leaf, the tallest part of your leaf, is going to be against this top edge here. And what you want is this side of your leaf, I know it's not really a side, it's a curve, but this side bit is going to be in line with your top, because that's where we're going to sew, where we're going to do our border along. It's going to come along here, along this top edge here, and then along your leaf and along your flower. So let's thread our needle. Okay, so I'm just going to pop my needle through the back of these chains and slip stitches to bring it down to the bottom so that my needle is in the right place. And then I am going to just sew it just slightly away from the flower. So if I turn this over, I'm going to sew it, just fix it just very slightly away, only about a stitch away maybe. Just secure that there like I did with the flower, just to start it. Okay, I've got a slight bit of my stitch going through there, but it's not too bad. I'm just going to fix this to the bottom here. Secure that there. There we go. And then I'm going to come up, just move the other leaf out of the way, and I'm going to curve my leaf and just pop a tiny loop of my flower. Can you see I'm going through one little loop of my flower? I'm going to go through that loop of the leaf and just secure that there. Okay, just secure that there. Let's go over again just to secure that there. Okay, you can't see it from the front, it's just secured that next to that flower. And then I'm going to come up and through and just secure near the top petal. We don't want our square to be really floppy, so just secure those together like so. There we go. And then we need to fix this part of the leaf over. This is our top sort of corner. We want to secure it over like so. So I'm going to turn it over. So we want it like this. So this edge, oops, turn it the right way. So this edge is along the top here. So I'm just going to come over here. Just take it through here so I haven't got a long piece of yarn at the back. I hope this is making sense to you. Just pause the video, see what I'm doing if you need to. And then I'm just going to come through this top stitch, which is our tallest stitch, and take it through here. The good thing about this is that you can sort of tweak it around and pull it in the right shape that you need it to be if you need. And then I'm just going to take that through again. Oops. Take that through there and secure that. You can see that's now there. Okay, so here are my flower and leaves sewn on. Now I know this looks like it's a lot higher than this side here, but as I said before, this will stretch out. This is the top here actually, and so it's actually like that, so we're sort of there. I might have sewn them a bit too far down, but you know, hey, who of us are perfect? So we're now going to try and square this up. So this is going to be an interesting round, but bear with it. So if you popped a stitch marker in here and saved your yarn, then just pop your hook back in there. If you didn't save that loop, then just rejoin your yarn in this corner in that same stitch. So that's all you have to do. And then we're going to start our next border. So we're going to chain one, and then we're going to do a single crochet in that same stitch. And then we're going to do 3 single crochets in the next stitch. So find your first single crochet there and do 3 single crochets. Oops. Now this side is really simple because you've got all your nice straight stitches, so you're just going to work down and do 34 single crochets. Okay, 34 single crochets, and then you're going to do 3 single crochet in the next stitch, which will be your corner, your center stitch here. So 34, then 3 in your corner. And okay, so I've done my side. Sorry, I'm upside down here, but I've done my side. Now if I sounded confused on the bottom, it's because I was reading my pattern wrong. We need to do exactly the same at the bottom. We've done our 3 stitches here for our corner, and then you're going to work along and do 34 single crochets, and in your next stitch there you'll do 3 single crochet for the corner. So 34 along here, 3 for your corner, and then you're going to do 20 stitches up this side here, and then I'll see you back. Okay, so here we go. Does anyone else have a little like cheer to themselves when they've got the right stitch count? 19, 20, yay, the right stitch. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so we're just going to finish this corner and the last bit. Nearly there, guys, doing well. So we are going to do 3 single crochet in this first chain space. 1, 2, 3. 3 single crochet in, sorry, 3 single crochet in our chain space, single crochet in the single crochet, 3 single crochet in the next chain space, single crochet in the single crochet, 3 single crochet in the chain space, single crochet in that single crochet, 3 single crochet in the next space, and in the top of this treble crochet we're going to do 3 single crochet for our corner. We've done 3 single crochets in the other corners, so we do 3 single crochet in this corner. Let's grab some yarn. What have I got so far? 2, so do our last one. Okay, and then in the next space we're going to do 4 single crochet. Now I know that sounds a bit odd, but we are doing 4. It works out correctly. We've had wonderful Kathy who tested this square and worked it up for us. It's 4 single crochets. So single crochet in the next, single crochet, 3 in the chain space, 1 in the single crochet, 3 in the next space, 1 in the single crochet, and 3 in the next space. And then you're going to do 18 single crochets across this top. 18, and then slip stitch into your first stitch at the end here. And there we go. I've fastened off, I've weaved in my ends, and there we go. I've just moved my camera up so I can fit this all into the frame. Now I know it looks a little bit out of shape, but as I've said a few times, it will need some blocking, which you just need something to pin it to. I was going to grab a cushion and pin it to a cushion for you to see, but you can just grab a cushion or a foam pad. The kneeling pads that people have for the garden, or children's play mats are quite good. Just stretch it out, pin it, and then just spray it with some water and let it dry. Or for the more open squares like this, sometimes people like to use a bit of starch in their water as well, just to stiffen it up a little bit. So it depends on what you fancy there. Just pin it out and leave it to dry. And there we go. But it's coming quite quite square. We've just given it a bit of a tease and a bit of a pull out. So there we go, guys. The flower on a trellis square, our bonus for August. How pretty is that? Takes a bit of work, but very worth it. I think you'll agree with me. If you found this useful and helpful, please give us a thumbs up. We really value those clicks on that like button. It does help us to get more views, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Then you'll be notified as soon as another square comes out. As soon as another video comes out, you'll be notified straight away. If you click the bell button as well. There isn't a written pattern for this one. This is our YouTube exclusive, but for all other squares, for patterns, then click the link in the description below and go to our Facebook group where you'll find the patterns and charts for all of our squares. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and until next time, just keep cooking and don't let your tea get cold. It's time for another cup of tea, I think. Bye.